Brace yourself, sports and music fans, because every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Arizona time is GO time. Introducing one of the hottest, most entertaining, and downright addictive podcasts you'll ever need. PD&J was good today. Hosted by none other than J-Dub the King and Pocket. These two dynamic personalities will keep you on the edge of your seat with their unique blend of humor, storytelling, and knowledge of sports and entertainment. And you know what makes it even better? They're live on YouTube and Facebook, so you can join the conversation and be a part of the action. We're always on the lookout for awesome guests to join us on the show. So if you think you've got what it takes to hang out with J-Dub the King and Pocket, then slide into our inbox at J-Dub the King. That's JDUBBTHAKING. And let's make some magic together. So what are you waiting for? You don't want to miss a single episode. See you on Wednesday.
Are you a business owner or someone looking for more ways and avenues to advertise and promote? Look no further. Contact us today for an advertisement. Email PD&J Media Productions LLC at gmail.com for more info. Promotions are everything. What are you waiting for? Don't miss out on the exclusive limited edition You Gon' Know Me t-shirts. That's right, You Gon' Know Me t-shirts are now available. Be sure to reach out to J-Dub the King to secure your very own t-shirt today. You can contact J-Dub the King via social media at J-Dub the King or through email at jdubtheking@gmail.com. But that's not all. While you're at it, make sure to keep up the hype by streaming the hit single You Gon' Know Me by J-Dub the King featuring Yuckmouth and Drew on all major digital platforms. Let's keep the momentum going.
Not anything, bro.
We're live.
Oh, what's good, folks? What's good? Welcome to a brand new week, brand new Wednesday. So you know what that means? It's a brand new episode of PD&J. What's good today? Where I'm your host, Jay.
We here. We're live. We're always got.
No, don't pause and keep going. He about to knock his world loose right now, bro.
If y'all wondering what are we doing, before we didn't see y'all coming on, he's showing me the highlights of this fight that was on in Miami OTX. I'm telling y'all right now,
He missed
boxing.
this one. I actually got one up on him.
But see, I was watching the actual big card from ESPN. That was pretty good. But I like OTX. I like OTX because
better, bro. This right here,
so let me
this
explain
shit right here.
with OTX. What they do, they have a bonus round where they give you $1 million if you knock somebody out in that round. So that makes it more hype to try and knock somebody out. Like they do a special, they ring the bell and say, "This is the $1 million round," and everybody tries to do it.
Mike, what's good? We're gonna get into some things in a minute. But yeah, man, boxing. Let's just go ahead and talk about boxing since we watching it right now. Look at how wild, like, Duke is just swinging whatever. Like, look how Duke is swinging. He ain't swinging. He's not. He's like in a street fight. He ain't even boxing. There's no skill to his. You see what I'm saying? But boxing, I'm liking what I've been seeing.
He's punch drawn. You can't walk to his corner.
I'm honestly liking what I've been seeing with boxing lately, bro.
And
I gotta actually say this, and a lot of people might hate me for this, but as far as for promotion companies, when it comes to boxing, I don't care for Top Rank too much. I don't care so much about PBC too much. Golden Boy Entertainment, the Money Team. Oops, did I say that? Yeah, I did. Riyadh season. I love what you're doing. And I love the idea that you're thinking about, or actually not even thinking about, they're actually in talks and in negotiations of buying 5 to 7 boxing promotions worldwide. 3 of them being U.S., one of them I know for a fact being Top Rank. And so what Riyadh season is trying to do is that a lot of people are talking about put their money where their mouth is. Well, the owners of Riyadh season is doing that. They are putting together the fights that we actually want to see. Doesn't matter what promotion company you're with. They X out the middleman. Money talks. Everybody gets a fair price.
Well, they get what they're worth.
They get what they work. Now, what Canelo is doing, we want to see Canelo and Crawford. Everybody wants to see Canelo and Crawford.
Everybody like who?
A lot of people do, but Canelo
Where are you
is
getting your information, man? You follow boxing like I do. Nobody in the boxing world wants to see that.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
Nobody wants to see that. They want to see Crawford fight. I said Jared Hurd. He's fighting tonight. Not Jared Hurd. I can't even think of his name now. Boots. They want to see Crawford fight Boots.
Is a good fight. That's
or Crawford fight Ortiz. They do not want to see Crawford fighting damn Canelo.
Well, who's the one that Canelo's ducking about right now? Where the dude from
Phoenix. From Phoenix, he's ducking. David Benavidez.
Benavidez. Is that the fight where Canelo said he wanted 150 and he
200 million? He won 200 million to fight him. He's like, put me in the ring with Crawford. You got to pay me 150. And the reason why he said that because he's a smaller guy.
Yeah, and that's where I got the Canelo Crawford situation from. Because the whole thing about what I was reading is that the dude from Riyadh season even came out and said, I offered you a fair price of what you're worth, and what you want to do is handpick people that you know are beneath you so you can get easy wins.
The whole thing is, here's what I have to say about that. Canelo can do what the hell he wants. He's the face of boxing. He's doing the Mayweather right now. He's doing the Mayweather right now.
You really think Canelo right now is the face of boxing over Crawford?
Oh my God, here we go again. Crawford may be the pound for pound best, but he's not the face of boxing. Think about this. You look at Canelo Lumber versus Crawford. Crawford's most recent fight tanked. They even said the pay-per-view and everything else was terrible.
A lot of people wasn't interested in that.
His worst,
and his performance showed it too.
Well, his performance, no, that's
his performance was a little bit lackluster.
It wasn't lackluster for me. It's you're fighting a killer at a new weight that you've never fought at.
You're going in there very cautious. I get that.
So you now got to fill out this weight, see how you're taking it. He didn't turn it on.
Think that he could have finished them in the 4th or 5th round? He had an opportunity. I think it was the 4th or the 5th round. He had an opportunity to kind of.
No, you're talking about when he stunned him and he got stunned back. That's what you're talking about.
A little bit, yeah.
No, it wasn't a little bit. He stunned Madrimov, and Madrimov hit him back. He's like, "Whoa, okay, you ain't ready to go out yet. You ain't ready yet." Like, no. I didn't tenderize this turkey. I'm good. So Crawford did what he's supposed to do at 150. But you got to remember, every time he moved up, his first fight or 2 fights or whatever, he's always trying to find somebody that's going to challenge him.
And then work that weight and then get dominant at that weight class. Yeah,
now,
I get it.
Here's what I don't like about what I'm hearing, is that Turki Al-Sheikh offered, since Crawford doesn't want to fight Ortiz, he doesn't want to fight Boots, he offered money to none other than Triple G. 42 years old, man.
At this time.
He ain't fought in 2 years.
Here's the thing with Triple G. Back in the day, Triple G was a great fighter, a hell of a fighter. Right now, I don't think he can go. I don't think Triple G can go 4 rounds. And I'm being generous.
He doesn't start doing anything until about the 4th round. Because he knows he has great defense. That's the thing with it.
And we haven't seen him in 2 years.
Exactly. That's my thing. We haven't seen him in the ring. We haven't seen him fight in 2 years. We know.
I don't know what he's been doing outside.
I've seen the videos of what he's been doing. He's still been training, and he's bringing up other boxers from Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
He's from. So he's been doing that. So he stays in the gym.
Yeah.
It's just that, like every other fighter, fighting below your actual weight.
Bro, you know what was a classic fight? Pacquiao Marquez.
Which one? Remember, they got a few. They got 2. They got some more.
They got a couple of them, but I'm gonna say the last time that they went back-to-back fights in the second fight where Pacquiao got knocked out, bro.
Don't do that right now.
But that first fight was a great fight to set up.
You know what that knockout reminded me of?
Bro, I thought Pacquiao died in the ring,
you know that knockout reminded me of? Rolly Tank. Same exact one. Tank duck. Wow, didn't even hit him that hard. He said that's what he said. I didn't even hit him that hard.
That first Pacquiao Marquez fight that led up to that second one, that was a hell of a fucking fight, bro. That was the one hell of a fight. And then that second fight, it was better than the first, in my opinion. It was like the way it was going, it was better than the
he got
first.
Caught. He was winning the fight.
Yeah, and then Marquez caught him. Just caught him.
Folks, if you don't understand the sweet science of boxing, it's the hit that you don't see that always does it. It's the hits you don't see.
The second fight was, in my opinion, the best fight, and we're not even.
You got truly got a
business about making money. In order to make money, you have to build the brand slow, steady, and build anticipation and desire and experience. Got to work down slow.
But that's the problem with boxing. People are trying to protect that. Oh, it's called the Mayweather effect. Do I see it still happening? With some boxers, yeah, they're more about protecting their zero than actually going out there and putting shows on. But then you got the whole thing that happened with Gervonta Tank Davis. He was supposed to be having a fight with Lomachenko. Lomachenko's like, nah, I want to go, back with my family. In other words, you ain't getting me. You ain't catching me.
So do you honestly think fighters are scared of other fighters?
I don't know. They're warriors. They're not scared. They're not scared. It's all about the. That's why Turkey Al-Sheikh said, I can see these men are not scared. It's the promoters. You have to take.
You don't think Loma's scared of Tank?
I don't think he's. They put Loma's at the end of his career.
Again, you don't think Loma's scared of Tank?
He's at the end of his career.
That nigga Tank can hit.
And I think this year he's probably done. He's not. His mental is not there to fight right now.
So if you're going with that aspect, that because they're warriors, they're not afraid of one another, right? Now I was talking about today's boxing. So let me go ahead and ask this question then. You don't think motherfuckers were scared of Mike Tyson back in his prime?
It's difference.
Boxers admitted they were scared of Mike Tyson.
Then when I come back, I'll come back to say it was Holyfield.
No. Well,
no.
Lennox wasn't either.
Exactly.
Spink said he wasn't, and then he realized
he was. Was it 90 seconds?
Oh shit. Oh man. If you gonna get paid, I might as well. Yeah.
You can.
Yep. I feel
that's why Riyadh season, the Turkey Al-Sheikh.
But Turkey Al-Sheikh is giving that money out.
But the thing is,
he's paying a fair price. I think it's a fair price.
I see. The thing is, I don't even look at the money. What I like it is he goes to the boxers themselves, and I like what he did when I watched the Crawford fight.
This last Crawford fight.
Yeah, this last Crawford fight, and he was sitting there on camera, microphones and everything, talking to your boy Shakur. He's like, let's do business. I'm serious. I am serious with you, man. You want to get paid? You want to make fights? Let's talk.
Shakur got to do something for me. And I was on the bad.
I like that because what happens is he's basically saying, screw your promoters. They can sue me if they can sue me if they want to. I'll pay them off. I don't care. I'm coming to you. I know you want to fight. I know that's what you do for a living.
And Shakur says that he wants the big fights, right? He ain't ready.
Here's my thing with Shakur. Something happened.
I think something happened.
Because if we go back and look, when he fought
when he first came out, he was dominant. Bro.
Not only that.
He showed potential. He showed the spark.
I think once he got to my eye, when he was at 130 and he was dominating, he should have got undisputed at 130 before he moved up. But no, he said
he went to 138 and
135.
Yeah.
Anymore, I'm just going to 135. Then all of a sudden, his first fight was 135 with the Japanese dude.
He came in at 138.
He knocked him out.
Yep. And I'm like, you found your weight, bro.
This is what we thought.
I thought he found his.
But his next fight,
he was going to dominate that class, bro.
His next fight was like, Well, he couldn't dominate with Haney and
at 135
and Tank and Tank, Haney, and Garcia was all there.
But if he stayed at 135, we could have saw that.
And I can't leave out Teofimo. I cannot leave him out either. Because you got to remember, the new four kings of boxing, if they want to call it.
I like Teo, and I've been on the fence with him for a while. Some days I like him, some days I hate him.
Because the thing is, it depends on his. Depends on the. That's the thing with him.
Some days I like him, some days I hate him. Like shit.
What I don't like about Teofimo, if his opponent isn't up to par, he's not up to par. You can't do that, man. I love the famous saying is boxers do not get paid for overtime.
Get in, get out.
Get him in, get him out.
You already got paid. Get
him out.
Yep.
You got your front money. You're just working on the back.
And that's the only thing about today's boxing that I can say that I don't like.
You don't have many killers.
They don't eat what they kill. And what I'm trying to say, what I mean by that, is that I see a lot of boxers.
You said that backwards. They don't kill what they eat.
You kill. And what I'm talking about,
they don't kill what they eat. They sit there, they play with it. They play with their food.
They definitely play with it, but you ain't eating what you kill, because at the end of the day, what I'm talking about specifically, you got a lot of boxers nowadays that set up their opponent and walk them down. And this is what I loved about old school boxing. When you got your opponent in the corner or on the ropes, you went to work. You fucked that body up. You fuck whatever you can up.
You hit what you can. Like that's why I talk about.
And they
Canelo
walk them down into the corner and then throw maybe one or two punches and then step back. What you stepping back for?
Because they don't train it. They don't train the corner.
Man.
Because what happened is you got to look at Pacquiao. What was he doing? He was beating down Marquez, walking him down, missed, bloop, knocked out.
Yeah.
Rolling, bloop, knocked out. Because they set traps. The traps.
That counter. If you're a counter puncher, you got it.
That's why the boxing is always the ancient sweet science.
I love boxing over UFC, bro.
Well, everybody knows my feeling on that.
There's like a lot of people say there's a lot of skill in UFC because it's mixed martial arts. I get that, understand it, but there's a certain type of skill level when it comes to boxing.
Angles.
You know what I mean?
Boxing is geometry.
I love boxing.
Boxing is geometry, and I know the MMA people are going to hate me for this, but MMA is more or less basic math.
It's Fight Club.
It's basic math. What do I mean by that? Because boxing, it's all about angles. It really is. Half a step forward, half a step back. Right. So you got a right hand puncher. What do you want to take away his right hand? Where do you go? You go towards the strong hand. If he's left-handed, you go towards the left hand. You go towards the angle. You take away their angle, so you have the advantage. Geometry. I didn't think we were going to talk about boxing like this today, but hey, it is what it is.
Man, that fight was nice. I like I said, I love where boxing is going right now.
Now with Canelo, talking about why, another thing about Canelo, what people don't understand with him, they talk about how why is he so powerful? Because he doesn't just aim to hit you. He aims
Does
to
he have the
you.
same power like he did before? Because like even with George Foreman, when he was on his way out, he was slow, but he still had that power.
Power is the last thing to go. The power is always the last thing.
You think he still got that power?
Put it this way, his last fight where he fought Munguia, he had Munguia knocked out, held him up so he couldn't fall.
He didn't look that great performance. He didn't look like Canelo.
What does Canelo look like nowadays?
Canelo looked like he lost his step a little bit.
Well, he's 33, 34.
So hang it up there.
And he's been boxing for 18, 19 years.
Yeah, you're done. You're done.
Do you think he's done? Stop.
They lost us, bro. What are you doing? Oh my God.
I didn't even know that.
So anyway,
But yeah, that's I mean,
I like what I'm seeing with the WNBA this season.
WNBA. Let's talk about Uncle Shay Shay. What he said.
What did he say? I don't pay attention to what he says anymore. I really don't.
What ended up coming out of his mouth was like, if y'all don't like Caitlin Clark, do something about it.
Well, in what context was that said? Because
okay, let's go back. The game Sunday where your homegirl, Skylar Diggs, at the end of the quarter,
shout out Skylar,
shoved her. No, the game wasn't even over. It was just the end of the quarter, and she shoved the hell out of her for no reason.
Okay. Well, Caitlin's been targeted this year.
Well, the thing is, it got away from him, but now it's getting back to it because they keep talking about her. And now the saying is in the WNBA, a lot of the players are hating that her and
Angel Reese
are getting talked about so much. There's so many other great players. But the thing is, You go back and look at it.
Angel Reese is doing her thing this year. She's my nominee for Rookie of the Year.
She ain't got over Caitlin. Sorry. Caitlin's team has a better record. And she's broken how many records right now?
Yeah. I'll give you that.
Now they're both breaking records. Like, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. They both are breaking records. They are taking the WNBA to the next level. It's not just those two,
It's a
but
lot.
they're a part of it.
No, it's not just those two. I'm gonna be specific. It's this whole year's draft class that's unbelievable. This 2024 WNBA draft class is the best draft class I've ever seen in the history of the WNBA. I'm going on record and saying
I'm not going to go on record because I've seen the WNBA for years. I've watched it for years. I don't really think this is going to be that class because you got to remember the Cheryl Swoops class is pretty damn strong.
it was good.
It wasn't good. It was pretty damn strong.
You got 5 Hall of Famers that came out of that class. I give you that. I see a potential of 8 Hall of Famers in this class.
I don't know about 8.
You don't think so?
I don't know about 8. And it's just their first year. We got to see what happens second.
True. Very true. But with and speaking about the WNBA, I said before, I kind of hope the Aces do a three-peat this year, right? But New York is looking good. The Liberty girls is looking good.
Who was it the finals last year?
Man.
Who was it?
It was Aces and Liberty, yeah, I know.
That's going to probably be the same thing this year. We'll see what happens. But my thing is, remember we talked about this before. I said right now the Aces, they know they're going to make it to the playoffs. They're coasting for right now. You got to think most of them were on the Olympics. It was like the Aces and everybody else on the Olympics.
There was only 3 of them players on the Aces that was on the Olympic team, bro. Hell, we had 3 players from the Mercury on the Olympics. So, yeah.
But they call it the Aces and everybody else. You had the Aces coaching and staff just about, except for was Becky? No, she wasn't there. Yeah, she did. She elected not to do that, be on the coaching. But give you an idea. They're just coasting right now. They know they're going to make it. Then they're going to do they're going to be like the Bulls. They're going to turn it on during the playoffs. They're going to make sure they do enough to remind y'all who they are. And then when it comes playoff time, God help us.
We'll see. Yeah. Well, football season's around the corner. Let's get the shit talking out the way. Who y'all rolling with this year?
Mike, are you happy? Have you gotten over the Justin Fields experience yet? Are you on the Caleb Williams train yet?
Yeah, Justin Fields and Russell Wilson both kind of looking a little bit tired over there in Pittsburgh.
Well, I don't know about tired. I just think that Pittsburgh line, or lack thereof, ain't doing them any favors.
Who's their OC now?
Arthur Smith used to be the one for the Titans. And I think didn't he coach the Falcons or something? Head coach of the Falcons for a little bit. Then got fired.
And I opened his resume a little bit, but okay.
It's a difference between being a head coach and a coordinator. Most people are great coordinators, but they suck at head coaches because the head coach is over everything, and you try to keep focused on what you know. You can't do that as a head coach.
Yeah, well, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna talk up my Cardinals for a moment. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I can't wait to see Marvin Harrison on the field. I can't wait to see that connection. I really want to see that connection. And our running back is. Now we did make some changes on our O-line.
Had to though.
We did. But I mean, I haven't seen the best potential of our O-line yet because as far as with the Cardinals during this preseason, we really haven't seen none of the starters. You know what I mean?
Which I don't like that for your team because you guys are so well. The thing
a
is,
lot of teams are doing that though.
Well, I will say this: I didn't like that for some of these teams that are doing that because you have a lot of new pieces. Yes, it works in practice, but you need some actual game. Even if you're just playing for a series or even a couple series, just see how they gel together. Because you're going to be waiting first week of the season. Well, we always know first week of the season you just discount it. Now it's only 3 weeks of preseason, and then you got a game one. Now you really got to get rid of the first week of the season.
Then what they do is that with game 1 of the preseason, pretty much all teams don't even play their starters. You know what I mean? When you get to 2 and 3, you'll see some teams play their starters and different things of that nature. But for the most part, a lot of teams are getting away from playing their starters, which I'm not mad at. I'm not going to risk injury.
My whole thing is I would like to see my core people together because of that. Now, if it comes down to it, if you have, now I will say this, if you have the pretty much continuancy, I can understand. But if you have a lot of new pieces, especially on the line, the offensive line, I'm going to give you an example. Aaron Rodgers last year.
First play of the season. First play, first drive of the season.
So that's why I'm not against, like, at least the line go out there and let them play a couple series together. Don't need the skill players. The line, just let them see what they can do. Who's calling out the blitzes? Who's calling out, the coverage? That's what you need.
So who you got winning it this year? Outside of Baltimore, like, be realistic. If Baltimore, for some odd reason, Baltimore doesn't get to the Super Bowl, who you got winning?
Honestly, I don't know.
You see Kansas City going 3-peat?
When I look at it on paper,
It does make sense, right?
Kansas City really makes sense to me because I refuse to put Cincinnati in that boat.
Now, I want to see what Cincinnati does this year, though.
My whole thing is
They're hyping them up. I want
they're
to see
hyping them up, but here's the
what
thing.
they do.
Their number
With the
one
Bills,
piece.
too.
Wait a minute. Their number one piece, Jamar Chase, ain't practicing,
Yeah.
and he's the key to unlocking the quarterback there. And T. Higgins didn't get his contract.
A lot of people are counting out Miami. I would like to see Miami shock people this year.
Well, because Miami's getting a lot of bumps and bruises right now in the preseason.
Right. You know what team is getting fucked up right now in the preseason? The Steelers. Jalen Warren's out. You guys should create a segment where you make 4 picks of the week and 1 game parlay for the week. That's not a bad idea. I don't like that 1 same game parlay. I'll do the 4 picks of the week. Like, pick the highly anticipated 4 games of the week and make the pick. I'm not going to do that.
Actually, yeah, we could probably do that. You pick your 4, I pick my 4. We see who wins.
No, we just pick the 4 and see if we agree with who is going to win. Like, for example, we look at the schedule. There's 12 games. We pick the 4 hottest games on that schedule and pick who wins.
I'm not going to pick a hot game. I'd rather see.
Watch yourself. Watch yourself.
I can't even say it on that. But I wouldn't pick the 4 hottest games. I would pick at least a couple of games.
Well, if you pick 2, I pick 2, and we put them together. We got 4.
You can do that.
Okay. Yeah, but that same game parlay, there's too many variables to do that. I'm not doing that. Because you got anytime touchdown, you got yards per carry, yards per, you know what I mean? You got all kinds of different variables that you could.
Well, yeah, you could sit there and say, oh, they're going to score the 13-minute mark of the
third quarter.
quarter.
I'm not doing all that, but I'll pick the 4 games. I like that idea.
And there's going to be a fight in section 404.
Shit. You could do that with a 49er Raider game. Shit.
You can do that with a lot of them games.
Dude. But I really out the NFC, I'm off the Eagle bandwagon. I think that should sell.
I don't think it sailed, but I do not trust Saquon Barkley to be healthy. Remember, I told you that. I do not trust. That's why I'm off the Eagles bandwagon.
I'm not fucking with the Eagles. No. Definitely. Honestly, there's no team out the NFC East that I could fuck with. Not the Washington, not the Giants, not.
Oh, you picked the.
Not the Eagles, and definitely
the Giants shouldn't even be coming out your mouth.
Yeah.
They don't even have a quarterback right now.
They really don't. I think their running backs are quarterbacks. The hottest division out the
It's
NFC.
It's 2 divisions.
You got
NFC North and AFC North are the 2 hottest divisions right now.
I'm talking about specifically the NFC.
NFC North.
I'll go to NFC North and the NFC West.
NFC North.
I'll go to NFC North and the NFC West. As far
you
as
just said 1.
No, I said there's 2 divisions out the NFC that I'm focusing on, the NFC North and the NFC West. Now, as far as the AFC goes, I'm looking at your division, but I also want to see what the AFC South is going to do.
That's like the forgotten division.
It really
is because it's like whoever wins it, like, Yeah, you won the South. Whoop-de-doo.
I kind of want to see what Jacksonville's going to do. I want to see what Miami's.
Actually, you know what? I take that back. You said competitive.
Yeah.
I said NFC North. The division I'm watching is the NFC South because who wants it?
Really?
Who wants it?
No, but that's the forgotten division. Nobody pays attention to the
Who wants it?
Like, because you got the Panthers, nobody cares.
You can go 8-9 and probably win the
Is
division.
Mayfield still the quarterback for the?
Yeah, they just signed.
Yeah, they're done. They're done. The
Did you see how bad they beat the Eagles and how good Mayfield looked in Tampa?
Man,
That's what happens when you got a team that believes.
then you got Tampa. Bro, you know who I'm actually looking forward to actually hearing this year? Tom Brady. I just want to see what he does on commentating.
Well, the way he's
I wanna hear
now,
it.
he's not like a bitter old man.
I haven't heard him yet on commentating. So the whole thing about it, like even when Tony Romo got got into the booth, I was hesitant on him, right? But the more and more he called games, I'm like, I kind of like you.
My best thing about Tony Romo is he breaks it down to the average football
Exactly.
person. Understand?
Exactly.
That's why he won that award. People were mad about.
Yeah, I know you're talking about the depth of the same game parlay. I'm just meaning as you pick a few players and predict. Yeah, I get you, but that's still like okay.
I mean, actually, we could do that. We could either pick a running back or a receiver.
I'm not picking Marvin Harrison and saying he gonna bust out for 386 yards and then this motherfucker get 385.
First of all, if he gets 300 over 300, that's a rookie record. Any goddamn win, any shit.
That nigga gonna do it.
Against what team? So the number 2 or 3 defense in the NFL, he's gonna give you 3. Y'all hear this? This is parlay for the Browns game. Marvin Harris is gonna have over 380 plus yards.
I would say it with the Cowboys, but they don't play the Cowboys this year.
Again, Mike, you heard this, right? This is your parlay for that game. So you better bet the under by 380 yards for one person.
I said 86, and if he gets 385, that's under my prediction. That's still under my prediction. I'm gonna be bad.
If he ain't getting 300, he may barely get 70 against that team.
Bro, that's Marvin Harrison Jr.
Go look at the Browns defense.
Man,
Go look at the Browns defense.
It don't matter.
And find me a hole. Find me somebody that he's gonna go against.
You give him the number 1 defense. All Kyler got to do is throw that ball up. Marvin gonna go get that ball. He gonna go get it.
Who was the number 1 defense? Oh, well, you said this year. Okay, all right, I got you. Okay, so the number 1 defense again. You think Marvin Harrison as a rookie is going to dominate?
It's going to dominate.
Okay, so what's his yardage take per year?
He's going to get rookie of the year. Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to get rookie of the year.
So over Caleb Williams, over Jaden Daniels, Marvin Harrison rookie of the year.
Yep.
Y'all heard it there, not here. I ain't saying that. You heard it there.
I believe I can fly.
As when we call it something at work, rainbows and unicorns. That's all I'm saying right now.
Well, we actually see rainbows. I ain't never seen no fucking unicorns.
It's rainbows and unicorns. I didn't say one or the other. I said and unicorns. A nice try. Rainbows and unicorns. Exactly. It's what I'm telling you right now. He is not getting 380 yards on anybody.
Well, he's going to get rookie of the year.
He ain't getting rookie of the year either.
Bet.
He's not getting.
Bet.
He's not getting.
All right.
There's too many factors.
All right.
There's too many great players out there who can get offensive rookie of the year because they can't get defense.
Well,
what y'all think? Who is your pick?
As you can see, we're trying to have a lighthearted show this week because there's too much shit going on that if we was to talk about this shit, man, we end up pissing y'all off.
We might get canceled.
Bro. Shit.
But anyway, now, the most overrated player, who do you think that is?
Right now?
In the NFL, who's the most overrated player?
Right now, in the NFL.
Not
a third position?
20 years ago.
Does it matter on position?
No. Most overrated player.
Right now.
Yeah.
There's 2 that pops in my head.
Okay.
Josh Daniels and Joe Burrow.
Josh Daniels.
Not John. Well, from the Bills. Dude from the Bills. That's Josh Daniels, right? Not from the Giants. I'm not talking about
Daniel Jones from the Giants.
Daniel Jones is from Josh Daniels.
I can't think of anybody's name anymore.
Josh Daniels, I'm not blowing my mind right now, right? Josh Daniels plays for the fucking Bills, right?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. Okay.
That's what threw me off.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
You're thinking Jaden Daniels from Washington.
Okay. So Josh Allen and motherfucking Joe Burrow.
So I'm gonna ask you, why is Josh Allen?
He ain't lived up to the hype.
What? He didn't have any.
A lot of analysts, especially last season, was saying that was Josh Allen's come out season. That was his break. Yeah, it was supposed to be his breakout season. It was going to take the Bills over the hump. Disappointed.
So here's my thing. With Josh Allen, the problem with the Bills are they rely on him
too much.
Yeah. So overrated? No. Overworked? Hell yeah.
Well, now, Mike, are you saying Caleb Williams is
Rookie of the year?
Okay. We were talking about overrated. Yeah. Like, he just came into the league. All right, so you're saying Caleb. Well, you're being fucking biased right now. You're being biased with Caleb. See, so biased, I gotta walk away.
Josh, yeah, on the Bill Allen. Thank you. Now, so my overrated player. I have to think about that in depth when I want to talk about who's overrated. And I'm going off, and I'm going to say Justin Simmons.
Who?
Justin Simmons.
Who the fuck is that?
The safety used to be with the Broncos. They protected him in that system. We're going to see how bad he really is. Why the Broncos cut him? Because he was missing too many tackles.
Here's a question for you. Do you think the Bills are keeping Hamlin on roster to fulfill his contract just because?
Dude, he was competing for the starting safety position. He might have even won it.
This year?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's back better this year than he was.
Well, no, last year they held him back because they didn't want to.
Yeah.
Because remember, the year he got hurt, he had over 90 tackles at the time. And he
went out.
He went out.
And then last season, he was back, and they held him back because I didn't see him on the field as much. So that's why. So that's why I was at it, because it could have been one of the Steelers type situation with what's his name?
I know you're talking about the guy with alopecia.
Yeah, dude broke his
name.
Shazier, Ryan Shazier. Yeah. It could have been one of them type of situations. Because honestly, Ryan Shazier, with the impact of what he had on the Steelers before injury, and he just signed an extension when that happened, right? So if the Steelers had cut him, that would have impacted that whole organization in a negative way. The Steelers did Ryan Shazier right, in my opinion.
Well, my whole thing is
they did him right in my opinion.
When it comes to football, anyway, because of the close-knit camaraderie of that brotherhood, if something tragic happens to you, the teams always take care of you. There's never been a situation where they didn't, unless you did something dirty, i.e. Aaron Hernandez. Then there was no way of protecting him. So other than that, the teams try to do what they can to make do right by you if something happens to you. You get paralyzed on the field. Like there's been a lot of players that have gotten paralyzed over the years, and the teams took care of them, took care of their families. They paid their insurance and stuff like that. Just kept putting them on payroll. So I love that because
when you're a retired NFL player, you get health coverage.
No, you have to be vested 6 years. You don't just get health coverage after playing 1 year. You have to.
No, I'm not. I'm saying once you retire. I mean, well, I guess you can retire after 1 year, but theoretically, let's say you play 10 seasons, right? And you retire, you get some sort of
right. You get benefits.
You get some sort of benefits,
and you still get
a pension check.
You get pension check, and then you also get a check for anybody that buys your what do you call it? Your
jerseys,
endorsements and stuff like that, making appearances. So they don't. They don't not take care of you. It makes any sense.
Now, knowing that about the Bills, and if they're giving Hamlin that opportunity to fully complete, right? If you're the Bills, are you taking that liability if something happens to that man again?
What's the again? You throw these words out there like there's not insurance in his contract. There's not doctors all over that said he's good to go. They told him last year he is good to go. It was a freak injury. If you want to live in a world of liability, don't play sports. Don't be an owner. Don't be anything involved with sports if you want to live in a world of liability, because it happens. Things happen that you are totally not explainable. Who knew that his heart was going to reset at that time? Nobody.
Shit, the way that helmet went into his chest plate, I said something was wrong. It's not funny, but like looking at that shit, like, and it's replaying in my head, right? Dude, the crown of your fucking helmet went smack dab into, of course, and then you see him get up and he flatline and just fall out. I knew it. Anybody that was watching could have been like,
he didn't just fall down. He went down slowly
and then got back up and fell down again.
No, I'm talking about when he didn't just drop down. He went down slow. It wasn't like he just dropped. No, when it happened, something started happening to his body, and he sat down and then laid. And then he fell out. He didn't just drop because he knew something was wrong. He's like, he went back down, and then he was laying down on the ground. He didn't just drop. But either way, the whole situation, it's just a totally freak accident, one-off thing. It doesn't happen all the time. It doesn't. That's, I think, the first time it's ever happened in football. I remember in basketball, there was a lot of arrhythmia incidents
actually
for a few years.
As far as with professional football, you might be correct on that, but I actually know for a fact of one particular story of a dude that was playing at I think it was Kentucky State or whoever wears the pink jerseys that has a K and a U in it with the like a fucking cougar or something like that. Anyway, only reason why I know the story is because the mother of this son started a foundation in his honor. But he was a walk-on freshman for this university, and dude had a heart arrhythmia that wasn't detected. And now keep in mind, obviously, if he's playing college football, he's been playing football for a while, right? But he had a heart arrhythmia, fucked around, and collapsed on the field, died on the field. So she started the foundation. It's like KU or something like that. It's not a pink uniform. It's like a.
You just said pink.
No, it's not pink. It's like purple. But
He's the only black person I know that's colorblind.
Shit, there's a lot of shit.
No, it's not. Go ahead and try it. There's only one single race that's colorblind.
Put KU on there. I think it's Kentucky State University or something.
Kansas State, probably?
No, it's not Kansas.
Kansas State. They were purple.
It could be Kansas State. Pull up Kansas State right there. Let me see. That might be it. Pull up Kentucky University.
Kentucky's blue.
Kentucky University is blue, not Kentucky State. Fucking fly. University of Kentucky, never mind. Well, it might be Kentucky State then.
That's green.
No, okay, so it's Kansas then. Yeah, so and she moved out here and started a foundation, and the whole thing about it, she started doing research, and she found out that like it's less than 10%. It's a small amount compared to the masses that actually try to get to the professional league. But there's been a lot of people that actually started getting diagnosed with congenital heart failure in high school playing football, bro. Shit's crazy. And I wonder now, and it's funny when you bring up sports.
You're talking about the Anthony Page Foundation. Just pulled up. It was
yeah,
Kansas State.
That's a basketball story. It's a
lineman. Guys with rare heart condition.
Was he a white dude? I know the fly is it's getting on my nerves.
What's his name?
No, his name is Bates. Something Bates.
Norman Bates.
Anthony Bates. Google. Let me Google him. This might be him.
Yeah.
Yep, that's him. I remember that picture. Yep. So his mom is the one that has the foundation now. And a lot of people got heart failures. What is it? ABF? That's the foundation. Yeah. Yep. That's it. Actually,
the arrhythmia we're talking.
A heart arrhythmia. Yeah. And a lot of people went after she
cardiac arrest.
Yep. And so the whole thing about it, after she started this foundation, right? She started going to high schools and having the schools actually put heart testing as part of the physical. Because and if you remember back in the day, especially when I played basketball, they didn't test your heart.
They didn't test anything.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So the whole thing about it, she started this where now, and you know what I mean, they start testing for heart conditions and stuff like that. So it's a good thing, bro. It's a good thing. So that way you prevent stuff like the Hamlin situation from happening. Granted, it was a freak accident. And honestly, if bro didn't hit him in the chest with his helmet, it probably wouldn't happen.
You got to remember what happened with him was not. He didn't have this. He had no signs. Because remember how rigorous the physicals they do get. He had no signs. Just so happened that it was. I don't want to say the perfect incident, but that's kind of what it was.
Like the perfect storm. Yeah.
For it to happen. So it's not like he had any because you got to remember he's part of that generation where her son should have been in the NFL too.
Yeah.
So he's part of that generation. So he's had the vigorous testing. The NFL, even with their physicals, a lot of your superstars, your players fail these physicals sometimes. They're so intense. They have them doing crazy stuff that they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
So they put him through enough stuff, and then they have them hook up to the heart monitor and stuff like that. So it's not like he doesn't do that. It's just that this particular game, this particular incident.
Now, let me ask you this: do you think that he still is on heart medicine?
He wasn't.
Well, the only reason why I'm asking this is because that was trauma to the heart.
Right, but for him to play football, he had to be fully cleared with no.
So you mean tell me you can't take a heart medication and play basketball or football?
I didn't say that, but he was fully cleared. If you go look up yourself, you will know if he's taking heart medicine. Football, a team not honestly, I don't see anybody. If you're taking heart medicine when you're playing football, I don't see anybody. Remember Teddy Bruschi?
True.
And on defense, no, they're not going to take that gamble. Football is the number one sport, especially you can take a hit like he just had.
Yeah.
So they're not going to let you take. Oh yeah, I take blood thinners. Say what? They barely want the diabetics to play.
Really? I didn't know that.
What's his name? Mark Andrews is type 1.
Well, what's it? Oh, I don't know if I told you this or not. Speaking of diabetes, and the thing about it is crazy how you find out certain information, right? Oh, excuse me. A lot of people don't know that there's a type 3 diabetes out there. Did you know that?
We talked about it.
Oh, yeah, we did talk about it. Yeah, there's a type 3 diabetes. And when you get type 3 diabetes, it actually starts coming down to where you get diagnosed with certain diseases like dementia and Alzheimer's and shit like that. So the whole thing about it,
there's actually two types of type 3, the type 3C and type 3DM. What's that? Digital, what's that? High definition or something?
and that DM is insulin resistant. So you can't take insulin, no pills or nothing with that. You're just screwed. Your brain and your body is eating itself. Period.
And again, like we talked about, it's not officially recognized.
Doctors don't. Well, they say that they don't know how to treat it. Honestly, I think when it comes down to it, the pharmaceutical companies make more money off of the goddamn Alzheimer's and dementia medications than what they would make off of actually treating.
It's type 4 as well.
Is there?
Yeah.
As of 2015, they diagnosed the type 4 because it's really older people who are overweight, who don't have overweight
or obesity, but insulin resistant. Folks,
they got what? They got a type 7. What the fuck? What's type 5?
Maturity onset
diabetes
of the young.
Oh, that's young diabetes.
The crumple.
Yeah,
crumple,
that's for babies. That's what happens at babies and shit.
We start type 5. Jeez. Maturity onset. Wait, we just saw that. So that's the same thing. Maturity onset is type 7 and type 5.
So yeah, bro. At the end of the day, I started studying a lot in regards to diagnoses because there's a lot of misdiagnoses.
You got type 10, type 12.
Yeah.
Type 22. Damn, 22. Hold on.
When it comes down to it, bro,
13 types of diabetes, y'all. So how do you get to 20? How do you get type 20? They just said went from like 10 to 12 to 22. That's it. We ain't calling it no more. We stopping at 22.
And that's the crazy part about it. Like Pharmaceutical companies don't get paid to cure. They get paid to treat and misdiagnose. Period.
That's wonderful. We're not going to cure you, but we're going to make sure your symptoms don't get worse.
And we're going to charge you and your insurance company a whole shitload of money.
Well, tell you now, because the prices on insulin go up, we're just going to charge your insurance company this set amount. So that when your rates go up, it's because you need this medication.
Oh, it's not just diabetes medication; it's cancer drugs too.
I'm talking about medication. Period. I just said you need this medication. Yeah. Than any medication.
They're even making cancer treatment drugs more affordable, apparently.
Well, thank you, Mark Cuban. He's been fighting for a lot of stuff that people don't even know about. Mark Cuban, I want to give a shout out to him. He's one of the few people that he puts his money where his mouth is. He's been fighting for reform on pharmaceutical companies and stuff like that.
Man, fuck all that. Mark, hit me up. I will meet you in Florida. All I want to do is sit on the yacht and smoke a Cuban with you, bro. Mark Cuban, smoke a Cuban.
That was the worst dad joke I've ever. That was not very demure of you.
That was the worst dad joke I've ever heard in my life. Anyway, so, man, bro, it's been one hell of a show. We kind of talked sports all day.
It was the first time we didn't talk sports
in a while because there's been a lot of shit going on. Have you noticed that today, folks, we ain't talked about anything
other than sports?
Yeah, like nothing political or.
Because y'all getting so smashed with it at this point. And here's what I want to say.
And getting caught in your feelings. And
here's what I want to say. You shouldn't be judging people on their political affiliation.
It happens, bro. You're not going to stop.
Now, I'm not saying I'm not saying they're not going to do it. I'm saying you should not be doing that. There's a difference between saying you definitely don't do that. No, I'm saying you should not be judging people off their political affiliation. That's not. Everybody has their own. Some people are doing things because of one party's not doing this. One party says this, or they assume that another party said that because they heard it through somebody else,
or they're doing it in spite.
Exactly. You're gonna do what you want.
And here's the crazy part about it, bro. I've said this before, and I'm gonna say it again. Fuck politics and the political parties. Fuck them. And here's the reason why. At the end of the day, it causes division within society.
But remember what they said is that one person, not party, is causing this division. Remember that's the narrative that we've been hearing everywhere. Look all around. They're not talking about. I'm talking about look around. Look at what you're seeing in social media. They're not saying one party. They're saying one person is causing this division.
That happened back in the 2016 election too. And I know motherfuckers that actually ended up fighting people, cutting ties from people, having 20-year friendships and tossing them out the window.
Not friendships, marriages too. Marriages ended.
At the end of the day, what it comes down to, and I've been saying this for years, bro, a motherfucking political party is there to divide you. They don't want to see unification on this nation. Unification on this nation would be a beautiful thing. Beautiful. But they don't want to see it.
The last time this nation unified was the Revolutionary War. And even then, it wasn't even unified. We just wanted the English out of here.
And on that note, getting the fuck out of here. All right, but until next week, folks, I will catch you next week. Love y'all. You want to say something before we get out of here? No. You're done.
And so
y'all ass go over there talking about goddamn revolutionary. We just want English out of here. Nigga, we were slaves. We was told what to do at that time. We probably wanted to hop on that boat and go back to England. Oh, this dude right here. Oh man, something's wrong with you.
Ain't nothing wrong with me.
Oh shit, we're still streaming. Bye, folks.
Why did you just